All right. Welcome to We Are Something Else, episode 82, Real People. I'm your host, Kaleo, and there's CB, there's Superfly, there's E Rich, there's E from OT Show, there's Chef Aaron Watson. Uh, Let me introduce you right. There we go, right there. We got E from the OT Show, also representing BBW tonight, right? And we'll get to
Yes,
what all
sir.
that means. We'll get to all of that means. And then we got
What does
Chef
it
Aaron
mean?
Watson in the house. There we go. So, fellas,
Appreciate you.
let's go around.
Definitely.
This is what we go around to find out how everybody's week was, and we go from there. So, CB, what's good, man?
Looking forward to this episode. E, always good to have you on the show, man. Always good to be, catching up and seeing what's good.
Definitely appreciate it, man. I love coming on this joint, man. It's
Interested
always a
to,
good time, bro.
Interested to see what you're gonna have for the soul.
Yes. Superfly.
Gotta get off mute. Yo, what's good, fellas?
Another week.
We here another week. I'm finding it's much easier to not watch the news anymore and just be like, everything's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
living with that is a blessing every day. So you know what I'm saying? We making it, man.
Absolutely.
So,
E Rich.
Man, let me tell you, I just logged off maybe about 5-10 minutes ago. So you already know what that means for me, man.
Right.
I'm happy to be, in this spot. And I'm excited for the show. And of course, I'm always repping the West with the Black Mamba shirt, you dig?
There you go. They're playing right now.
Yeah, I don't have it on, so I won't be
And
on
I was watching last night. I turned off. I turned off, and then I cut back on in the fourth quarter. They were down by 14, and then they went on a run. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Took the lead, and then they let my man hit the game winner, and it was like, come on. And LeBron's playing tonight. I didn't think LeBron was playing tonight.
Yeah, typical Lakers, on and off switch, that we do. But, we get it out the way now because we know playoff time, we can't play like that. So
Right. Okay. Chef Watson, welcome to the show, brother.
Hey man, I just want to say I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Definitely repping the BBWs tonight, and have a great show.
I appreciate you, and the other fellas. The other fellas will find out why in just a little bit.
Hey, yeah, just a little bit. Let's leave that
Just
to
a
where it
little
is
bit.
to
Just
just
a
a little
little
while.
bit.
But just first of all, man, I really want to say, me and my man E. First, we got to give a shout out to my man Pitt. Rest in peace. We lost a brother.
Yeah,
we kind of in the trenches and the struggles, man. Just every day is a struggle for us, man. Trying to get through losing one of our brothers, and everything we do from here, we represent our man, JR.
Absolutely.
So definitely rest in peace to the homie. You know what I'm saying, and we carrying his legacy along, man.
Absolutely.
sure.
I first met Pitt, LBA, 8th grade, C team. That dark, lonely hole. First, C team was first LBA was the most depressing school ever.
It really was, Joe.
It's Isaac Gordine now for the younger generation, but LBA is the worst. Oh man, it was horrible. I had to walk to school. It was like a mile and a half. It was horrible.
It was Joe Clark school for real, son.
Yes.
It was
I heard,
absolutely ridiculous.
Really.
And I first met Pitt. He was in my 8th grade class. He was in all my classes, and a lot of wild stories. If you don't know, when you first get to know him, it can seem overwhelming at times, just because his personality is very, very different.
It's a love-hate, man.
Exactly.
You love to hate that man. There it is.
Because you don't know the way he's coming at you if he's serious or if he's just messing with you. And you always on defense, well, hold on, is this the day we about to go outside and do this? I don't know. And then he'll joke it all, play it on. I'm just messing with you. What? You can't range of emotions, dog. We got to pick and choose. We in 8th grade. I'm already depressed being in this school. But yeah, shout out to Pitt, man. E, what's good, man?
Not much, man. Speaking of Pitt, man, he's one of the reasons I started the show. Cause hey, bros being whiskey, and that's my bro, and that's all we like. When we got older, to like explore and start with different drinks or whatever. Like I remember we first started getting into it. He was drinking Boone's Farm, and we used to joan on him all the time.
All the time, man.
Was
All the
he
time.
16 years
Yo.
old? Like what?
Yo, yo. He was drinking Boone's Farm, and then he graduated to Blue Bull.
Blue
MB
Bull.
2020. Right.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
MB.
man, it was bad, bro. And and I saw his uncle at the funeral, right? He was like, man, he credited me and him for making him change his taste buds, bro. He like, man, he was like, up. He was like, man, I remember when he said, man, I remember when I was drinking Blue Bull. He said, man, JR made me change my beer. He said, cause man, my man E put me on this new thing called Sam Adams, whatever, right? Sam Adams was new
Really?
for him, though, sir.
No still reserve for him, man. Just like
Yeah. Man, he upgraded, man. He got out the Blue Bull, man.
Hey, I can
Good.
respect it.
Sam Adams, the gateway beer. Who knew?
Hops.
All right, so fellas, let's wrap. Where are we gonna start? Let's start with this one. This one just came down the pipeline. Lost a legend. Like, I don't know. At some point today, by the time it gets to us, it's probably been filtered through everybody before the publicist puts it out. But rest in peace to Miss Cecily Tyson. Her body of work is absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you never looked up her story, she was married to Miles Davis.
That's crazy.
And
Exactly.
and we know how great Miles was. They had I've read the story about them. They had a really good relationship, and like, he was acting all the way up until like
She was like, what, a couple
He
years
got
ago.
credits this year,
Yeah. He was. I mean,
or I guess 2020, but
but we lost a legend, and I thought the curse of 2020 was stayed in 2020, but we're still lingering here going into 2021. But Larry King as well. It's a mess, man.
But I
You
will say
haven't-
this though, man. Hey, look, but she had a run though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the run, yo. What, 96?
We only lucky enough to see that many years, man. And to do what she's done in that time, like you know what I mean? You can't do life any better than what
Right.
than the example she set forward. And it was a trailblazer. Like I read something about how she was the first woman to wear like natural hair in like a major movie production or television production. You know what I'm saying? Like the first. You know what I'm saying? And this is in the 60s. Like this is before, you know what I mean? It's woke before woke. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
it's the definition of a trailblazer, man.
One of my favorite shows is How to Get Away with Murder.
Yep.
She came on, did a like part of a season, then they brought her back to do, more episodes. I mean, it's again body of work and just all around. Like you don't hear anything bad about her. Just a legend all around. So, want to send our condolences to Cecily Tyson and her family. This one right here. So we rarely spotlight any movies coming around. I mean, we can talk about Coming to America and how it's supposed to come out Christmas, and now we're hoping it stays until March. But this one right here, The Little Things. I don't know if y'all seen the trailer on this with Denzel, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek, yeah. All Academy Award winners. And
Yeah, some heavy hitters.
exactly. Yeah. And Denzel really doesn't miss. Like I can't think of one bad Denzel performance or anything I wasn't hyped to see. And this right here, I mean, I would love to go to the movies to see it. Just because I miss that environment. And I'll go to the movies to see The Little Princess at this point now. I just want to be in the theater, popcorn and soda. But I'm definitely streaming this when it comes out on tomorrow. It just looks good. I don't know if it's a good psychological thriller, and that's right up my alley.
I think HBO Max is killing it since they're doing a lot of the dual release with that's the platform to have in these kind of times right now.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely.
And
Another one.
I'm blown because I got to get another streaming service now.
Exactly. Facts. Did y'all see One Night in Miami? That joint was dope too. Actually.
It's on my queue.
I saw that.
I heard it was dope.
That was dope. That was dope.
Definitely.
That was good.
It was
Whole time,
it was definitely
Malcolm
weird.
X is definitely a party
the
killer,
start of
though,
it was
son.
weird.
Huh?
But the whole plot was weird. I mean,
Yeah.
it took a little while to get there. But once it got there, I understood what the concept of the movie was. So definitely a must see.
And that was Regina King, right? She directed that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was her first movie directing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
that was
on my
dope.
list to watch. Especially since I'm reading, I plugged it a couple of times. The autobiography of Malcolm X. I'm reading that now, and so this is going to tie right in. I know it probably won't focus on this particular story, but it'll definitely be a good sidebar to watch. And then I want to go back and watch X. I'm feeling like Spike took X.
It's an adaptation of Alex Haley's book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's almost spot on as far as like,
Mm-hmm.
but all around dope read regardless. So this right up your alley right here, E.
Yo, it was so hilarious seeing Grayson give his little monologue.
Oh, yo, he's a hater, son. I've been living for over a decade now, dog. He's a hater, son.
Hey, look. So
it was the most backhanded compliment ever.
Well, you know why he's pissed? Because they had to go through his team to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the road that we took, bro. Oh, I loved it. We beat the Skins, then we turn around, beat the Saints. Oh, then we beat Discount Double Check and all of them. Oh man, it was lovely.
So predictions. I'm gonna go around. Who you got winning this? I know you.
Tampa.
Okay. Now, is it gonna be a decisive victory? Is it come down to the last play of the game?
I got me personally. I think if it's close, I'm giving the edge to Brady. Man, it's hard to go against him, Joe. I mean, not to mention it's hard to go against Mahomes too. But Brady's body of work is a little bit better, bro. It's bigger. It's a wider scope. Mahomes only got one.
I mean, Brady's been in the league like as long as Mahomes has been alive. So
yeah, have you seen that picture? Brady won his first Super Bowl. Mahomes was like what, 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Yo,
silliness.
He got drafted when he was in high school, bro.
Crazy.
Wow.
CB, who you got?
So I don't have a really strong rooting interest either way, but until the champ gets knocked off, they're there. So if I was betting on it, I would put my money on Mahomes and Tyreek and TK. I think that, honestly, I want Tom to play better than he did in the championship game because those 3 picks could have come back to haunt him if the Packers had better play calling. So it's one of those things where, Brady's going to be geared up, ready to go. I hope that all of Tampa's wide receivers are going to be healthy because, I just want to be entertained. That's really all that I'm in it for now. I don't it's not one of those Super Bowls like when it was Patriots versus Eagles where I was like, man, I really can't stand either of these teams. Like in this scenario, I'll be good with the outcome either way, but if I had to bet, I'd be on Kansas City.
Gotcha. Aaron?
So I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the referees. Okay,
Oh!
so we know. Come on. Let's not
20 years, dog. Backhand compliments, dog. I know.
Oh, hold on. Let's not do this, E. I understand you're a Buccaneers fan, but let's understand. There's Tom Brady, there's the referees, and then we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, sir. All right. So I'm going.
They still beefing over the tuck, though, yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. This is Tom Brady's league until he retires. They're gonna let him go out a winner, regardless. To be honest, however we look at it, we can say he is the GOAT. Like you can't really argue that. He is the greatest quarterback in NFL history because the rings that he's done, even though he doesn't move at all anymore. Okay, He stays in the pocket, and if the pocket breaks down, the ball is not his hand. So if he plays this the way he played the last game, it's going to be tough. But I figure that the refs will protect him throughout this game, and I think they'll win. And my prediction is 24-31.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that down right now.
Yes, sir. And if you win, I need half of that.
There you go.
My man.
I don't know. Like there's, if anybody knows me, I'm a diehard Raider fan. So there's no way in blue hell that I'm gonna cheer for Kansas City. Right? There might be a player that I like, but I won't be representing that team on my TV screen by no means whatsoever. And E, how dare you bring up the tuck rule? Because let me tell you about that. Because that changes his whole legacy had that call been upheld with that fumble. Because Oakland was definitely taking it that year with that lineup. But anyway,
that was the first Super Bowl, right?
I don't have a claim on either one. I just want a solid Super Bowl. It's almost like where you kind of want to see both quarterbacks shine. You want the young one to go out there and show how fast they can score. But then you also want to see how methodical Brady is with the 8-9 minute drive that frustrates the defense and can dictate the game from where he's at, like you said, without ever leaving the pocket. So as long as it's a good game, I'm all up for it.
Superfly.
So a couple things. I mean, I'm like CB where I don't really have like a rooting interest in the game. But two things, like it's kind of reminiscent. It's interesting that like Kansas City is in the Super Bowl and you got Tom Brady, like his final year, next to final year playing. It's reminiscent of like Joe Montana and Kansas City, them going, they went to the AFC Championship, they didn't go to the Super Bowl, but kind of reminiscent storyline. You got the young guns coming in. People have been talking about like it's like MJ versus LeBron, you know what I'm saying? A matchup that we haven't seen before. Like, you know what I'm saying? The kind of changing of the guards thing. So I think that's interesting. One question I have for y'all, like where do you rank Kansas City's offense in kind of the history of offenses? Like for me, watching them, they are very close to like the Rams. And like those
I was just thinking the same thing.
Like
Absolutely.
it's just fun to watch, and just they can put points up at any time, and just so dynamic that like it's just, you know what I mean, just a new evolution of, you know what I mean, of football. I feel like.
Right.
If they get this Super Bowl, I think the offense immediately goes down as one of the greatest of all time, just because in the short period of time, 2 Super Bowls, league MVP. I think that, just the way that the league is now and the what have you done for me lately, like that will be the talk. That'll be the chatter.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that chatter ASAP, because that sample size for 2 Super Bowls, in that manner, is that's crazy. The reason why I say it is the entertainment part that I think everybody gets caught up in, right? But if you look at past Super Bowls, as far as you look at when the 49ers played against the Chargers, you know what I mean? And the numbers that Rice put up by himself, you know what I mean? That offense in itself, the running back, like everybody from both offense and defense on those Super Bowl teams were solid. I dare somebody to tell me, other than maybe Chris Ford, and if you talk about the Honey Badger, I will walk you down. But Kansas City does not have a solid defense as most Super Bowl teams that are juggernauts on the offensive side has on the defensive side. So that's why I said they're liable to get beat, and plenty of teams showed their weakness this year. But as far as offense, though, I don't know if I put them in one of the greatest conversations like just yet. I think they have to prove themselves worthy of not just it's cool that they can score on 3 plays in less than a minute, but methodically we've also seen them struggle to score in times where they're not on it. So the difference is you have your go-tos. You don't have really a number 1 receiver though.
You're tight end.
Yeah. So
because this day and age, that tight end is your receiver. But if you, like I said, you go back to the hell, I listen, I'm the last person that would ever bring these hoes up, and I call them hoes. the damn Dallas Cowgirl. If you look at that 90 squad that had Dion on it, the fact is, both sides of the football, nobody can mess with them regardless. And the fact that he switched and went to San Francisco literally shifted the whole pendulum. And it was one person that could play both offense and defense, and actually did, and made a contribution on both sides. So, you call it what it is.
All right, so a lot to respond to. First of all, that San Francisco and Chargers Super Bowl, I think the best thing about that was Whitney Houston's Star Spangled Banner, right? National anthem, right? I think
San Diego's trash, bro.
That was her.
I was only
Super
allowed
Bowl,
to stay up until halftime.
Pretty
My parents made me go to bed. They're like, you already know what's going to happen. Go to bed.
I think that
it wasn't the fault that the actual Super Bowl was the game prior to that. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that.
I mean, that's how it is. Trash, right? I think that we got Mahomes should be 3-0 against Brady. Because
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right. But the defense let Mahomes down and let Brady have that last drive to take them to that Super Bowl, right? But since then, what did they do against the Bucs earlier this year? Tyreek put up almost 200 yards
in the first quarter.
Oh yeah, we got down earlier.
And then they took their foot off the gas, right? And they made it an interesting game. So as much as I want to see a good game, and it might be Brady might be off of old Brady, but if they can't put up, Kansas City's averaging 30 points this season easily. Like if they can't put up 30 points, they can't match that offense. It's gonna be tough. But they're building it like a wrestling match. You got the LeBron and Jordan game we never saw, but I'm like, we've seen this game twice before, and they're both 1-1, right? So this is the best out of three. This is it right here. This is gonna sell it. I think the Chiefs are built to win for a while. I mean, the way Mahomes structured his contract, and I'm assuming Sammy's out after this year, then you go pick up somebody else. And as long as Tyreek stays healthy, like doesn't have any nagging injury, they're gonna be good for a while. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, but can't count out Brady. I think Brady's best, obviously, Super Bowl performance was against Atlanta, right? And the first one when they were underdogs against the Rams. When you finally got introduced to Tom Brady.
The funny thing about Brady, he couldn't be Eli Manning, which is hilarious.
And
he has a loss to Nick Foles too, right?
Yeah. This would be an entirely different segment. So I'm just going to throw it out there and then we can just cut it real quick because, we could do probably 30 minutes on this. Right. But if Brady didn't have the Super Bowls, still the rest of the body of work, no Super Bowls, is he your GOAT though? Because he's not mine. Not without the Super Bowls. I think he's the most accomplished quarterback of all time. But if we're doing like a fantasy draft of all of NFL history, Tom Brady is not one of the probably 3 quarterbacks that I'm taking, to start a team with like that. You know what I mean?
He's got 5 of them though. Can you say that?
Like,
that's the thing. Take those away. We're in imaginary land, and it's like
it's kind of hard.
Jordan 6 rings away.
That's like taking Jordan 6 rings away.
But it's not
exactly.
Because the thing is like, for Jordan, it's one of those things where we saw the dominance, because basketball you can be more singular in the game than you can in football anyways. And so it's one of those things where with accomplishments in especially in football, the accomplishments come with everything. Like in terms of actual God-given talent, is Dan Marino not a better quarterback than Tom Brady was? You know what I mean? But that dude has no Super Bowls. So he's not generally put in the conversation the same way. But if we were to take the other accolades out and just go off of, talent, whatever
you can make the argument for 2 of them, right? Because Adam Vinatieri, like, you know what I'm saying? I used a couple of them joints.
But it's tough. What's the GOAT conversation changes in every sport?
Shoot.
Right.
I'm gonna
say Dan Marino. Aaron Rodgers is Dan Marino with a Super Bowl, sir.
Yeah. But he's only been there once. And so people are trying to knock A-Rod because he's only been there once, and it's like, dog, but he's been there. You know what I mean? It's just tough.
Is the GOAT conversation wins in the Super Bowl? Is it stats? Because it's a lot. Because if you look at that Buffalo Bills team, they went 4 straight years. They didn't win one, which makes them a laughing stock. But if you look at how hard it is to get to one Super Bowl, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
So that should actually put them up there as one of the greatest teams ever.
Yo, and that offense was fun too. Yeah, that was a fun offense too, bro.
Yeah. Thurman Thomas?
Yes. Oh my God.
Thurman Fumbleiah Thomas, yes.
It makes sense. We gotta have a whole nother show on
Jim Kelly's super underrated too as a quarterback.
Super underrated.
Cancer survivor.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
We'll have to revisit that one, and because you can break that down. It's got to be a science to figure out who's the GOAT and what's the GOAT. So, real quick, thanks to hard work and effort by CB, we are now on Spotify. Thank you, CB. Little extra homework, but he did it. So, and then real quick, speaking of GOATs, this is y'all may agree, may not agree, but it's a GOAT's birthday today. So happy birthday to J. Cole. I had to do that for a certain reason. The rest of the guys know the reason why I did that. But yeah, happy birthday to J. Cole. I mean, to me, modern day GOAT. I mean, the Jay-Z's and all that, yeah, they're there. I believe Jay-Z's one of my favorite rappers all the time, but if we're going off modern day, relatable, around the same age, I'm going to give it to that guy. So, all right, let's shift. All right, so if you're just joining us, tonight we're welcoming Bros Beer and Whiskey to the show. We got E. Oh, right there. And we got Chef Watson. And they're joining us tonight, and we'll have some fun. E is no stranger to the show. He is got like 6 shows going on. He's been here all the time, like every 6 days.
I feel like an honorary member of the show. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're that's what happens. So and they're celebrating season 2 of Bros Beer and Whiskey. So tonight I'm gonna start off the round of questions. What can we expect with season 2?
First of all, if you know, season 1, we were just tasting different beers and different whiskeys and just talking to people about their experience of drinking and stuff like that. And but we added a twist to season 2 where we have my man Chef Watson down here, and we're now pairing different foods with different beers and different whiskeys, and we're also cooking with the beer and whiskey as well. As you know, my man Khalil, he got a plate from us. We're gonna get into that plate too. But one of the things I wanted to do with this show too, and Chef Watson can agree, man, we just want to give people something different. And also introduce people to different recipes that you probably wouldn't think of. And then just show you how to pair your beer and how it's funny how different beers and different liquors can open up your palate to make the food taste better and make the food taste different, which some people don't really realize sometimes. But yeah, that's about it. Chef Watson, what you got, man?
So definitely when season 1 was done, I called my man and was like, listen, man, for the second season, we got to spice it up. I said, why don't we do it where we're like pairing different beer and liquor and wine, right, to food? I mean, everybody loves to eat. You know what I mean? Like, and my job here is to pretty much make sure you enjoy the food. So my job is he picks out the beer and the whiskey. It's my job to actually infuse the food with the beer and whiskey. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, pairing wine with your elegant steaks and asparagus and just different things. So I said, look, what I'll do is every time we do an episode, I'll cook something, and whatever I'm cooking, I'll infuse it with whatever beer and liquor we're using. So today, I actually did a blackened salmon, right? I did a whiskey sauce, a very light whiskey sauce with the blackened salmon, right? And I did a of Alfredo fettuccine sauce with shrimp and scallops. And when you taste it, you will be able to taste the actual whiskey sauce. You will taste the homemade fettuccine sauce, right? And everything is kind of, kind of just marrying together. And my job is to have you actually taste the quality of the food, but also taste the whiskey sauce that I made it with. My job is not to overpower it. My job is to pretty much complement the food I'm making. And my job is to make you smile, man. If you smile and you enjoy my food, I'm happy. That's what it is.
Exactly. And then what you do with that? So taste the food first, especially taste the salmon first, then drink the beer, and then eat the salmon after the beer and see the
But
difference.
hold on, I'm gonna have to give a disclaimer. Okay.
Okay.
This is Cajun pasta, so there will be a spice on the back of your palate.
Oh yeah, I know.
At the end of the taste, right? But what I did was I added a little bit of lemon and butter sauce to the whiskey, so it kind of brings the heat down a little bit, so you can taste all the elements of the food that I'm bringing together.
Any whiskey fan knows, though, if you eat something spicy and try to chase it with bourbon or whiskey, you will be
wild. Yeah, don't do that.
Exactly.
No.
So this is why I add butter and lemon to it, so it can bring it down a little bit. Let me know what you think.
I know a lot of times, like when you cook with wine, especially, like they encourage you to drink the same wine that you're cooking with. You know what I'm saying? And then it marries together. Does the same thing happen with whiskey when you cook them with whiskey?
So not necessarily, because when I cook with whiskey, the misconception is, I'm cooking with liquor, right? I'm gonna be drunk. No. So when I make a whiskey sauce, I burn it off. So I burn the actual alcohol off. So now you're just getting the notes of what the whiskey was cured in, right? So let's say if we're doing, let's say a Knob Creek, and it was cured in a barrel, like let's say like a sherry barrel, with hints of nut, hints of just anything. You'll get those notes without actually getting the hint of the actual whiskey. So that's what that's what I do. Just you burn off the liquor off, and then everything that's behind the liquor, you get those notes within the food. So,
word.
And when he told,
so I'm guessing it's
good. He up there smashing that drink.
Look, I asked my question first for a reason.
And he's on mute because otherwise you'd be hearing his lips smacking the entire time.
Exactly. I'm gonna take a few more bites. I'm gonna get back to my next question, but I know somebody else.
But no, and then I want to say what. And then when he told me he was doing the salmon, and I knew what I had to pair it with, so I paired it with the Evolution IPA, which is has citrus and pine in it, and the IPA opens it up too because it's hoppy. Mm-hmm. And then along with the salmon, and you put citrus into the salmon too as well, so it also opens the salmon up too with the IPA. But so with salmon, you can do IPA or a brown ale, which is perfect too. So,
Chef, I was wondering, are you primarily self-taught? Did you go to school? What's your background as far as cooking goes?
So I'll break it down to you. So growing up, man, my father, he pretty much, taught me everything from ground up. He's had his own catering service for years. And me and my brother kind of once he decided to, hey, I'm kind of getting out of the game, I'm gonna kind of give you all the reins and you just run with it. So my father, he was his claim to fame is soul food, right? So what I did was I took soul food, kind of brung it within and said, hey, what can I do now to make this mainstream? Everybody doesn't eat soul food, and I get it, but everybody eats food. So now how can I bring something to your table that you may not be used to, but when you taste, you're like, oh shit, this is good. So what I do is I pair soul food to fine cuisine. I can make anything from jerk, Indian food. I make everything. But I always put my soul food twist on it. You know what I mean? Like, so when you have the blackened salmon with the pasta, with the shrimp and scallops, yes, you're getting a career. You're getting a how can I say? I guess a New Orleans feel to your pasta and salmon, but then there's soul food to that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always add my soul food kick into that. So anything you taste, yes, you may get the fine cuisine, but you'll get my soul and back. And I also do barbecue. So my father, he never learned the barbecue side of things. So I studied for like 5 or 6 years on my own, trial and error, and I learned barbecue. Now I think I have perfected barbecue. Whereas if you have my barbecue, you say, okay, he may be from Texas, or he may be from North Carolina. So I'm giving you a little bit of Texas, North Carolina, and a mix. And I went to school in California, right? So in Cali, you know, they have tri-tip. So I had to learn California style barbecue. So now I'm giving you all sides of the barbecue where I'm giving you the South Carolina style, the Texas style, and I'm giving you California and the tri-tip. So I like to do it all, man.
That's dope.
That's a quick question right there. Does everything pair well with alcohol? Can you cook alcohol in everything?
If you know what you're doing, you should be able to. And once again, when people think of alcohol, the first thing they think of is the liquor. Oh, it's liquor. No. So when I'm cooking with it, I'm cooking for the notes that whatever it's cured in gives me, right? So I'm not cooking for the content of alcohol. I'm cooking for the notes. So if you tell me, hey, I like grapes, hey, I like lemon, then I'll find an alcohol liquor that will actually give me those notes. I cook out the alcohol, and at the end of the day, you get the notes of what I'm cooking from that. That's what makes the difference between your homeboy cooking and the chef.
I can definitely taste the notes in New Orleans. That thing is amazing.
Hey, so
it's amazing.
I'm
appreciate it, bro.
I'm gonna throw the curveball. Throw the curveball, right? Other than me and CB looked at that plate and we saw that pasta and thought of extra 25 minutes in the gym. But as far as what you decided to cook or like what you perfected, right? The whole situation of, if you will, our culture of learning how to eat better, right? Have you incorporated like the vegan side of the house with your menu, just so that, again, to mirror it with, you know, the people who don't rock with the meats, or maybe a pescatarian, because clearly, you know, with the seafood and stuff like that, that would be cool. How have you done with that? And also, you know, I know we talk about whiskey, but I need to figure out what you got on, you know, on the recipes of the white Hennessy.
Say less. So I think definitely now we are in an era where people are trying to be more healthy, right? So I've had to adjust to those things, and it's an easy adjustment because, once again, if you know food, you know food. So a lot of times when we're talking about meat, right, it's textures, right? Beef has a certain texture, right? Chicken has a certain texture. Pork has a certain texture, right? So it's my job. If you say, hey, look, I'm a vegan, Aaron, I don't eat meat at all, right? What can you do? No problem. I use mushrooms. If you like beef, you like mushrooms, right? And it can tell you, I make a mean mushroom that tastes exactly like a steak.
Yeah.
Right?
That's fire.
I use jackfruit, right? Jackfruit can be slow cooked to taste exactly like shredded pork, right? You know, cauliflower. How I prepare cauliflower.
That's trash.
I can give you cauliflower. Hold on, cauliflower hot wings. That makes it taste.
Yeah, the
exactly
buffalo
like
cauliflower is fire
because it's in the
not
sauce.
the rice.
We got somebody in the area right there. Knew it was coming. This is Mr. Buffalo cauliflower wings right here.
So it's that. I mean, it's so if you throw something at me, it's my job to make it right. You know what I mean? So if you tell me, hey, I'm a vegan, but I want to eat soul food, don't worry, I'll make that for you. You know, so it's, you know, just from my experience and like I said before, it's just really me figuring out what you like, what your taste is, because you may like something different than, let's say, E. You know what I mean? So it's like, tell me what you enjoy, what your palate enjoys, and let me fix that for you. No, whether you're a vegan, pescatarian, doesn't matter. I'll make it work for you, and I'll put my soul food twist on it, so you'll definitely enjoy it.
With the steak, what would you do for dummies if you don't know food? Mom's trying to get a free
Okay,
recipe.
now you want me to get out. You want me to give out secrets? Okay. All right. So you want me to give out secrets? That's cool. Let me take a sip before I explain.
All right. The easy answer to that is, what would you do? I'd get the business card from your son.
All right, so let's go. So let's do a quick. I know we don't have a whole. So let's do a quick steak 101. So the first thing is, first of all, I love steak, right? I love it. Yes, cholesterol is crazy. Whatever. I love steak. Okay. There's two ways to cook a good steak, right? We know we have the grill, right? And we know you have the stove/oven, right? If you don't have access to a grill and you can't get your temperature super hot, the first thing you need to do, get you a cast iron skillet. Say less.
Facts.
Okay. Yes. So matter of fact, what you're tasting now was made in a cast iron skillet.
Exactly. Yo, matter of fact, we got
a cast iron skillet.
Did you see the nod?
Phil is killing me, man.
But I want to say though, he getting it in. But now we actually got an episode that's coming out soon where we did we paid homage to Biggie and we did the T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then what we did to pay homage to Ciroc or whatever, we mixed we did the Welch's grape sparkling and mixed it with the Ciroc brandy. Now I will say this: I sacrificed my body for that episode, bro. Because I was trying to find a mix with that damn brandy and that Welch's grape, and it was killing me, dog. That damn sugar. But then I had a headache like a bug the next day, yo.
Right. Yeah.
But then I finally figured it out. So you had to have something carbonated. So I used Welch's grape sparkling drink or whatever, yo. So that drink it made it good though. So if you want to have a drink that's for a woman or whatever, we like fruity drinks, man. Welch's grape sparkling. Cider, whatever it is, but Welch's grape sparkling drink mixed with Ciroc brandy is pretty good. Do like Ciroc 1 ounce, and do 2 ounces of the Welch's grape sparkling drink, or whatever.
Let me just say, that cast iron probably hadn't been washed in like a year, like 10 years. Like it's perfectly seasoned. Perfectly seasoned cast iron.
You gotta know about the seasoning.
So I'm gonna finish. So let me finish, right? So with your steak. That's what I forgot to mention that. You can't buy a cast iron skillet today and cook your steak tomorrow, right? You need lard, okay? We're not talking about olive oil and you need fat, okay? and you season that pan with fat, all right? You season it, you put it in your oven at like 450 and let that thing burn. Okay, that's gonna season your cast iron skillet. Now we can cook a steak, right? So after you've done that and you have your cast iron skillet on the stove, you want to get it smoking hot to whereas when you throw water in it, it just evaporates in like 2 seconds. Okay. After that, we season our steak. However you want to season it, salt, pepper, lemon pepper, whatever you want to use, season your steak, right? We need
on the lemon pepper.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Oh, listen. That's a soul food staple, sir. No. Lemon pepper goes on everything.
Nah. You know what? This y'all show. I'm gonna let you go ahead and have that one, but you need to go play that episode back of why lemon pepper.
I already know where you're going with it too, Joe. I already know where you're going with
it. So listen. So hold on, time out. So what you're tasting now has heavy lemon pepper in it. Can you taste it?
I taste a bunch of things going on right now. And
thank you, sir.
It's just amazing right now. Just amazing.
Say less.
I can't pinpoint one thing going on right now.
Kaleo's drunk off the
let
food.
Me finish, right?
Hey, Phil, did the beer open up your palate?
Absolutely.
So, all right. So let me finish. 2 more seconds, right? So when your pan is screaming hot, right, you want to take your steak and you want to get it room temperature, right? The first mistake we make is to take a cold steak and put it on a hot pan. It doesn't go well for you, right? So we take a room temperature steak, we put it on, and we sear it on both sides. After we sear, we take fresh garlic, right? We take thyme, right? We take butter and whatever other spices you like, and you baste your steak, right? We baste it for somewhere around 30 seconds to maybe a minute. After you got it nice and based, we throw it in the oven at 350, and we get it to where we want it, to where you want it. So either you want it medium well. If you're doing it well done, just throw the whole steak away. This is
We don't do that.
Hey, dog, well done steaks. Them niggas is psychos, bro. Don't
buy a
do
bag
it,
of beef jerky if you're doing that, man.
Yeah. You might as well, bro. Nah, we're not doing well done, bro.
People who eat well done steaks are the people who eat an Oreo whole without breaking it open. That's
They put ice in their wine.
Facts,
It's uncivilized.
Yeah. That's a waste of steak, bro.
Real quick, what's everyone drinking? Did everybody bring a drink?
Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's, I mean, once you, and then you put it in the oven and just get it to where you want it done, man. You'll have the perfect steak every single time. Seriously. Now, pure white Hennessy.
We've got a lesson on the house.
Time out. All right, so I'm gonna give you a pure white Hennessy sauce. Okay, don't tell anybody I gave you this recipe. Okay, so once your steak is done, right, and you have your cast iron skillet, let's take your cast iron skillet, take it back to your cooking area. Okay, put it back on your burner. Let's go to like medium, right? Take your pure white Hennessy and pour it in the pan. Let it burn off. From that point, if you want to do like a thick sauce, we add heavy whipping cream, okay, your favorite seasonings, okay, and we bring it to a slight boil, right? Once you have it to a slight boil, you bring it down so it now cooks your sauce down. We add a little bit of butter, a little bit of lemon, and that's what you have, a sauce.
I feel it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like in foodies are everybody has their own interpretation of food, and I think that's one of the things I feel like people have to understand. Like what you're pairing and how you are bringing it to us is a science that you have created that doesn't say that is right or wrong. It's the science that you've created for the palate, right? Over the years, I've gotten away from sauces to enjoy the actual taste of the product, but when it's cooked, like you said, done right. You know what I mean? Like no well done, but
you shouldn't need it. You shouldn't need it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, you shouldn't need it.
And that's why, like we said, the cast iron, understand that is that natural seasoning that you're going to get from whatever that you put in there. That's going to test your true cooking skills, because people going to realize either you know what you're doing or you're not when you mess with that cast iron.
And E-Rich, it's funny you said that, dude. A lot of people had, like, especially barbecue, people will hide their meat with the barbecue sauce, bro. And they drench that shit, man. Dog. And you don't know, you just taste barbecue sauce. I don't even know what the meat tastes like, bro.
Exactly.
Pause.
Yep.
Hey. Without being said, thanks, Superfly. Thank you, appreciate it.
E, what can we expect? How many episodes are we getting with season 2?
We doing 10 episodes, man. 10 episodes. They be dropping every Friday. The next episode will be dropping Friday. We took a hiatus for my man with all the things we were going on with that. But yeah, so next Friday we have an episode dropping. We figured out which episode we're gonna drop Friday, but yeah, but we do have an episode dropping Friday though. But there will be every Friday, and it's 10 episodes, man.
And where can everybody listen, watch?
You watch them on YouTube, man. Follow us on YouTube, BrosBeerWhiskey. Follow us on Instagram, BrosBeerWhiskey. Follow us on Twitter, BrosBeerWhiskey. Follow us on Facebook, BrosBeerWhiskey. And yeah, there you go. And follow my man, Cooking with the Watsons, man. You want to see some good food, He's always cooking. Matter of fact, shout out to my man for the B-Day spread. He came through, gave me some beer batter scallops, some steamed shrimp, some fried shrimp. And then we had some beer broths to go with it. It was crazy. Like, shout out to the Buffalo Trace bourbon that was going down too.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, so yeah, my man came through and blessed me though, man. Hey, Phil, what everybody drink? I want to know what everybody drinking.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what's everybody drinking? Let's go around. What everybody got a drink?
Yeah, I got water in my glass, but I got a little bit. I went to go get my go-to right here.
Is that the Wilfred? Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Wilfred.
You know what I'm drinking on right here?
Ooh, my tail. I gotta get.
Do this up.
I gotta break out the big boy.
Yeah, me and Kaleo, the company that we work for, our 9 to 5, they normally do a big holiday party every year. And this year, obviously, because of COVID, we didn't have that. So they bought everyone in the company that wanted it, like a cocktail, like Zoom class or whatever. So instead of having a holiday party, they sent us like some gin and like some mixers and stuff. So I was using some of that. I made this is like a gin sour, something like that.
And I'm drinking Double Dog IPA. Flying Dog. Now, quick story. You can only drink like 1 or 2 of these, yo. If you drink more than 2, you're going down, son. It's a wrap. Hey, look. I was watching Sunday Night Football one night, bro. I tried to drink more than 2. I woke up, it was Monday Night Football, bro. So now you can't drink more than 2.
I'm into the high octane beers myself, man. Like,
yeah. One and done, man. You don't gotta drink like. Yeah, you don't. It ain't like the what is it, like the Michelob Ultra? You can drink like 30 of them drinks, dog. Nah, you're not doing that with this, water. Bro. Yeah.
Aaron, so by being a chef, is every meal you prepare, is that an experience, or do you take some meals off and just throw some fried bologna and rice or some eggs, and then you keep it simple at times?
So I'm gonna say this. Growing up in a household where
he not taking no days off, son.
No,
everything is no.
I do.
But compared to the normal person, that's got a day off, dog.
But okay. So you gotta understand. Okay, let me break down my background. So my family on my father's side is originally from Georgia, right? And they migrated to DC, right? And so growing up with Southern grandparents, right, and a Southern family, there was an adjustment because it was every day was a soul food day. Like my father cooked every single day. And I mean, so even if it was like bologna and cheese, or it tasted like a Southern soul food dish. So growing up at a young age, I really, really had to adjust. Like my kids, like, oh, we had oodles and noodles and chicken today. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I had like fried chicken dumplings, cabbage, fried cabbage. And I mean, like, what? And I'm like, yeah, well, that's what. And so that's what I was. So when I was young and I would go to my friends' houses and we would eat dinner, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm not used to. So my father kind of spoiled us, and my grandmother, and my aunts. So everybody, I'll tell you this, everybody in my family, when it comes to female or male, we cook. That's our claim to fame. My grandmother taught us how to cook. And my father instilled that, hey, this is what you do. This is what makes people happy. So at the end of the day, when I cook, it's for my satisfaction. But my satisfaction is to see you smile, to say, hey, look, man, I went down the street and I had cuz food. He ain't touching yours. And he got a whole restaurant. So that's my claim to fame, is just like, I want you to feel good. My food is a feel good feeling, man. Like when you go to sleep tonight, you should be like, man, damn, I want to taste that shit tomorrow. Let me warm that back up.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
There you go.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Man, I don't have a favorite, to be honest, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love seafood. That seafood is and what's funny is my father, allergic, right? So that's another thing I had to learn how to cook on my own, right? So, you know, I love seafood. I love to barbecue.
Hey, yo, do your crab cakes be having all that fuller, man?
Sir, I don't even know what that is. I'm not sure what the filler is. I'm sorry.
But then there's the other side of it.
If you ask me to make you a crab cake, and I tell you it's $25 or $30 crab cake, it's because I'm using nothing but jumbo lump. I'm sorry, I don't know anything else. So maybe you wanna go into somebody else's restaurant who uses, you know, crackers and I don't know what else and cornbread to fill their meat, and they give you like maybe a half an ounce of crab meat, and you pay $10. Enjoy yourself.
But at least do something to it. Like Jerry's, I just feel like it's like it's a lump of crab meat, but it's just like butter. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to it. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? At least do something with it.
You can ask my man E, and whoever's tried my crab meat, I'll let you know now. Yes, it's pricey because I use high quality. This is the thing, right? I can use cheap stuff from the store, yes, but my thing is, my first impression to you is my last impression. You know, my clients come to me frequently and constantly because they know it may be a little pricey because he uses quality food and he doesn't use fillers. I don't know what it is to use a filler because at the end of the day, I don't want you to eat crackers. I want you to eat crab meat.
Hey, Khalil, I got
a crab cake.
Hey, Khalil, I got a question for y'all, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with A though, yo. So the question is, what was your funniest L that you ever took in life, yo? So, hey, Aaron got a funny joint that he took, yo, and it involves a Marty Stoudemire, son. He took an L from a Marty Stoudemire. Yo, hey, what happened with you and Marty Stoudemire, son?
Okay, okay. All right, so my first love was definitely sport, right? I was pretty good at it. Got a full scholarship. I played knee injuries, but one of the big things I played was AAU, right? And coming up in the DMV area, I played for the PG Stallions. I played for everybody, pretty much. And we were down in Florida for a tournament, and I think I was in like the 11th grade, right? I think we were coming on the court. It was the Nationals, right, in Disney World. And my coach is like, Coach Sam was like, listen, man, we're playing the top team today. These dudes are dogs, right? I'm like, I don't care who it is. I can jump out the gym. It doesn't matter. I'm giving everybody 40, right? He's like, all right, but they got this kid named Marty Stoudemire who's really, really good. He's like NBA potential. I'm like, I don't want to hear nothing about no Marty. Give me the ball. I'm going to dunk on him. Say less, right? I'm in the locker. I'm hyped. I'm throwing water on myself because now you telling me
most confident 11th grader on the planet.
This dude going to the league. I'm with it. Let me tell you. 2 minutes into the game, I'm at the top of the key, right? I'm guarding.
Hey, matter of fact, Jared was playing with him too, yeah.
Jared was. I'm like, I don't care who this dude is, right? It was pretty much the North Carolina team, and Jared was cheating because he's not from North Carolina. So
Mount Zion, that Mount Zion squad.
So you know it, right? So I'm at the top of the key. My forearm is in his back. He's super quiet. He ain't saying too many words, right? I'm pressing him out, right? The pick comes, and I see him spin off me. Now I'm thinking, okay, this dude got a lot of balls to just spin off me. You know what I mean? I'm 6'6", like 240 at the time. Okay, he's a little bit smaller than I am, but he's like 6'10". I don't care because I've dunked on 7-footers like it was nothing. He spins off. All I see is the ball going in the air. Now I'm thinking, oh snap, it's a shot. Let me box out for the rebound. Little did I know, when he spun off me, that ball in the air was for him. I jump in the air. No lie, I grabbed the ball. I had full contact of the ball in my hand. The next thing I know, the ball was out of my hands. And all I could feel was somebody heated body against my shoulders. By the time I could figure out what it was, I was in the stands. And everybody was screaming. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing. At this point, I still don't know what's going on. Right? The timeout is called. I come to the bench, everybody's laughing. I'm like, yo, what happened? Somebody be like, yo, bro, he just took the ball from you and windmilled and dunked in your back. Listen, that game, I had 4 points and 1 rebound. Listen, at the end of the day, we was going to dap hands. I wasn't trying to dap nobody. I wanted to fight at that point. I'm like, yo, whoever dunked on me, y'all need to point him out because I'm gonna punch him in the face, like straight up.
Salute to the dude that had the little calm conversation with you. Really, what happened was that he had windmill and
Hey yo, and the funniest part, your man Drake took the hoop though, yo.
I had a 50-inch vertical. Listen. Eric will tell you I had a 50
Oh no, he can bounce.
Like seriously, I could stand under the basket, right, and windmill with 2 hands, barefooted.
Nah, yeah, he was bounce. He had bounce though, yo. Yo, but nah, he ain't have more bounce than Amari Stoudemire, man.
Not that day. Not that day. Not that week.
Oh, yo.
I'm just glad you lived to tell the story, man.
Yeah,
that was
you win
wild.
this down, right?
Let me tell you this.
But
I bet you Amari Stoudemire can't cook no salmon.
Remember.
Hey, Amari definitely can't kick the salmon like that.
Amari can't cook that.
He's getting ooped on in that scenario.
Exactly.
Even with him full Jewish now, right?
That's another story. Yeah, all right. This nigga playing for like Palestine or something. This nigga playing for Israel.
He owns part of that team over there.
Yeah, that's
remember
crazy.
when he was with the Knicks? He punched through the fire extinguisher glass, right?
Yeah.
He a different dude, yo.
Yeah. Hall of Famer or no?
Yo, I put him. I don't know, yo. I don't know. He borderline, bro.
That's tough.
He borderline.
I don't think,
but you know,
because of knee injuries, he had injuries.
Yeah.
And I mean, championship, injuries, no championship, and he was athletic. But when you like Blake Griffin, like once you lose that, and that's such a mainstay of your game, how do you jump at that point? What do you do?
Yeah, that's actually a perfect comparison, yo. He's Blake Griffin, yo. That's a perfect comparison.
Yeah.
Like they're all very good.
Shout out to Vince Carter, who was able to develop a game outside of once the springs went away.
Absolutely. Yo,
Go ahead.
Hey, look, I've been beefing with Ben Simmons, Joe. I'm sick of Ben Simmons, bro. I watched the Philly game last night, yo. He's terrible, son. It's terrible.
They won.
Yeah. Yo, but it ain't because of him. Yo, it's to the point though. They don't even attempt to go out on him. Yeah, they just look at him when he get the ball. Like, all right, man, if you ain't coming to the basket, we ain't worried about you. Bro.
He can't shoot.
But he can't shoot.
Yeah. Like at what point don't you get a shooting coach? Right? You need a shooting coach, sir. You cannot shoot.
You're
6'10". Are you a big man 6'10", or are you a Kevin Durant 6'10"? You can't shoot, bro. It is what it is.
He ain't getting no shooting coach because of that contract. It says it don't.
That's what I was about to say. Everts, I was just about to say that, dog. It's no incentive for him to shoot. I can make $30 million a day and don't take it. Yeah, this nigga ain't took a jump shot since LSU.
Right, that part. So again, he don't care, and that's the whole thing about it, right? Because that's clearly you can see where his passion lies. Everybody who wants to be named something had to develop their game beyond what they came into the league with. He's already identified. If as long as I can do this, y'all can talk about my jump shot all you want. Somebody's still gonna pay me millions to do it.
That joint's sad, bro.
Real
it's
quick
sad.
on that,
no way. Bro.
That Mount Zion team, Tracy McGrady was already gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was
this was
Amari's
Jared,
next man.
This was Jared Jack. Yeah, this was Jared Jack and Amari. Those were the two. Shout out to both of them dudes, man. Jared, home dude, man. Good
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Definitely
shout
still
out to-
reaches out to the hometown, man. We love that dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. For sure. Real quick. So, are you a personal chef? Like, can we hire you? You come to the house and cook, or we just call you? Like, what are you? Do you have a storefront? Because you said you have return customers. So, how do you operate when it comes to cooking?
So, glad you asked that. So the goal is 2022 is to have a carryout. You, you know, I look at our community as a whole, right? And we don't see us, right, on the carryouts, right? We see Chinese carryouts everywhere. We see bigger stores. You know, you may have a Carolina Kitchen slabbed in there every now and again, but there's no like official carryouts where it's us, right? So my goal is to have a straight carryout because I know the way the COVID is and the way that everything has been set up at this point, it makes sense, right, to have a carryout because these big restaurants now no longer can survive because now if I only can have 30 guests in my restaurant where I can have 150 2 years ago, right, my profit margin has dropped because let's be honest, when you're in a restaurant, your food makes probably 30 to 40% of your income. What makes your money is your alcohol.
It's the alcohol. Yeah, alcohol.
I mean, yes, indeed. I mean, because now there's a markup. You know what I mean? So if I'm serving you a cocktail and I'm like Roof Chris, if you want a Roof Chris, you want a Hennessy with Coke, that's $17, right? For a shot,
1 ounce of Hennessy.
right? Yes, sir, and probably less than that because it's watered down. So to me, now you have to come to whereas now we have the carryouts, and I want to do my goal is to do a carryout, but just not a soul food carryout. I want to serve everything. I want to do seafood. I want to do soul food. I want to do Indian. I want to do Jamaican. I want to do Caribbean. Like I want to have a mix of, you know, and every time you come, you can have something different. You know, and once you have something different, you're like, oh, I want to try this day. I want to do Caribbean. I want to do Indian. You know, I want to do, and then so my job is, so when you come to this carryout, there's a different experience every time you come. Not just, oh, he doing fried rice and fried chicken wings. No. I want to do what we doing saffron rice. You know, we doing stuffed salmon. You know what I mean? We doing deep fried lobster tails. I'm doing your steak and cheese. You know, I'm doing it all. So that's my goal for 2022.
Hey,
is to open
a
carryout of all flavors.
I love that carryout, yeah, because he'll just cook whatever you feel like that day.
Yep.
Need to get in there with that on that in that Spizzy complex so we can go ahead and monopolize and have one full black complex owned by us and only by us.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's my goal, man. And I told E, man, I said I'm definitely everybody that I'm coming in contact with, I'm giving them a chance. So when I open my restaurant, you say, look, bro, we see what you're doing. We want to invest. Okay. What side of town do you live on? Oh, I live in, let's say, Silver Spring. Okay. I'll come to you. Let's invest in opening up this carryout, right? And let's make it work. You know, my job is pretty much whoever wants to do it. I'm training people. I really want to create our own soul food carryout. I'm tired of going to everybody's hood, and the first thing I see is a Chinese carryout making our money and don't live in our area. That's my problem.
Do you cook Mediterranean?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Do you make Mediterranean?
Yes, sir. I mean everything. I make lamb.
You make a mean lamb.
I love Hawaiian. I do. Seriously, like, because whatever you tell me you like, right, I'll figure it out. I'll put my twist on it. So, yes, you'll get the original, whatever you're telling me to do, but then you'll get Aaron's twist. And Aaron's twist is going to be great, right? So, like I said, what you're eating now is pretty much just an everyday pasta, Alfredo dish, but it's my twist on it. So now you have the Aaron Watson Alfredo twist.
And I'm jealous because I had to pick it up and I had to give it to Khalil, and the nigga didn't fix me a damn plate, bro. I was like, all right, man, I think I have 2 joints. I can bring my to the crib.
It was enough on there.
Scooped it up and bounced.
On there. You could have poured a little bit on top, and he wouldn't even know.
Hey, man, I ain't want to mess it up, dude. It looks so good, but I like, God damn, they didn't give me a plate, though, son.
Before we transition, I know we just getting started on season 2, but where are you taking Bros Beer Whiskey, E?
Dude, especially when COVID's over, yo, we gonna travel, man. Yeah, we gonna travel, man, and going to different spots, man, trying different food, trying different beers. Shout out to my man Pitt, man, rest in peace. Before he passed, me and him in 2019, we went to Orlando. And we would, just spreading the word, and that was kind of like research too. So we went to Orlando, just spreading the word about what we were trying to do, and then meeting different people and going to different. That was my first time going to the world of beers and trying different. It was dope too. Going to the world of beers, trying different beers, and then we also that same year we went to Beer Fest, and we went to the Beer Fest up at the National Harbor, whatever. Not National Harbor, but Beer Fest. Yeah, we went to the Beer Fest National Harbor, then we went to the one at the National Stadium. We went there too. And now we still gonna be exploring different things. And then also, man, we're gonna have merch. We're gonna have beer mugs, coasters, shirts, all that kind of stuff, man. And it's the sky's the limit for it, man. It was and who knows where we're gonna take it, man. It started off as a passion project with my just wanting to drink with my friends and talk trash. And then I realized like, oh yeah, this can really do something. And then it happened. And also started with my uncle. My uncle, I messed with him. But my uncle, shout out to my uncle, yeah, Uncle Dane, all he does is drink Crown Royal and Miller Lite and Michelob Ultra. And I would come over there, dog. I would bring all these different whiskeys, all these different beers. He would not drink. He won't try them. He like, man, I ain't messing with that stuff, man. And he just drink Crown Royal, Miller Lite, and Michelob Ultra, dog. Every single time, bro. He would never change it up, yo. So, and I'm like, man, and then you think about it for us. Growing up, we would drink what we saw, what the rappers put on TV. So naturally, they was talking about Hennessy, I was drinking Hennessy. And then they was talking about Patron. Shout out to Patron, that shit is trash. I was drinking Patron. Don't drink Patron no more. That drink,
it took a long time.
Casamigos.
It was trash, man.
Casamigos, where it's at.
Yo, yeah, Casamigos better. Hey, shout out to the lady in Play now, yo. Yeah, Don Julio's good. T Capri, she has good tequila, bro. Real talk. I was very, very, very pleased with her tequila, bro. It's a black-owned company. She's out of La Plata, Maryland. T Capri is in most of the liquor stores in Waldorf now, but they they venture out. I think they got some stores in Baltimore, but that was a really good tequila. It didn't have that harsh backing like Patron. But yeah, so it's gonna go different places, man. And I'm just having fun with it, man.
Dope. All right, as we getting ready to transition, we definitely want to thank. We got Bros Beer Whiskey here. We got my man E here, and we got my man Chef Watson here. Thank you guys for your time. So now I gave you a little bit of homework. Hopefully, E gave you the notes on the homework. So we ask everyone when they come up their top 3. So we ask top 3 movies of all time, top 3 albums, and then now we want to throw something else in there. Just give me your top 3 pet peeves. If you don't have 3, just give me your number 1 pet peeve, because we all got a pet peeve, something that pisses us off. So we're gonna start with. Let's get E up here.
All right. In what order do I?
Start with your movie.
Start with your top 3 movies. Yo, one of my top 3 movies are it's Goodfellas, Casino, And a random movie that probably people don't even probably watch like that, but I love it. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. The Blues Brothers, yo, the first one.
Absolutely.
Yo, I got Blues Brother paraphernalia in my house right now, bro. I love that show.
He's not lying.
Yeah, facts.
Fact.
Yep. I got Elroy. I got the Elroy statue, dog.
So, Scorsese did. No, he wasn't Goodfellas, was he? He was Casino
Nah,
for
he
sure.
was Goodfellas.
He did.
Nah, he
Was
was
he?
Goodfellas and Casino. Yeah.
Oh,
Like that's one
He's
of
got the market.
those
He
two movies.
cornered the market on those movies.
He did. Dog, those are two movies. Every time it comes on, I always watch. Like I'm never not gonna watch them joints, yo.
I'm shocked you didn't finish that with The Departed.
Nah. I had to go to
Okay.
Blues Brothers, yo. Like,
Okay.
yo, I got the Blues Brothers soundtrack, son. Come on.
Gotcha. All right, let's do your albums.
My top 3 albums. One of the albums that changed my life. Devin the Dude, the first joint.
Classic.
Yes, love that. Devin Dude, one of my favorite artists. And another one that kind of like changed my life was UGK, Riding Dirty. Oh, somebody said Remember Nuva. That joint was trash too.
Trash.
Horrible.
Oh, Nuvo.
Shout out to T-Pain for making us drink Nuva. Ugh.
Not of those days, man.
Yeah, do not miss those. But so, all right, so we got Devin the Dude, UGK, Riding Dirty. And then let me see, what's the joint that I always like my go-to that I will always listen to, like when in doubt. Probably Outkast, the first one.
Southern Playlist.
Southern Playlist of Cadillac Music, yo. Because that album spun off so many careers, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
Like without that album, you don't get the Goody Mob, you don't get CeeLo, you don't get none of that, dog. You don't get Organized Noise, you don't get Sleepy Brown, dog. Cujo, everybody.
You don't get Future.
Album, you don't get Future, right? Dungeon Family, you don't get none of that, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is my top 3 albums.
2 Chainz.
All that
Yep.
it originated from that.
Here you go. You got any pet peeves?
My pet peeves is people that drink Smirnoff vodka. You should be shot. First of all, you're too old to drink Smirnoff vodka, bro. Get out of here. People that drink people that drink Seagram's gin. You got a job, you shouldn't be drinking Seagram's gin.
That's of you.
And then people that still drink Wild Irish Rose, yo, get out of here, bro. What are you doing? I seen a dude in the liquor store that had a Wild Irish Rose, man, and he dropped it in the store. And he was really mad that he dropped it though, yo. Like he was mad. And I really wanted to buy it for him. I felt bad for him though. Like, you know what? I should just take this $250 out of my pocket and just buy some Wild Irish Rose for this dude. Apparently he needed it that bad. But yeah, people that drink like terrible drinks though, that's all my pet peeves.
Gotcha.
That's on brand.
All right. All right, Aaron, you up. Let's start with your movies.
Okay, so I'm kind of versatile when it comes to my movie, right? The first classic will be Coming to America, right? I think that was a classic.
Agreed.
One of my favorites. Okay, now I'm gonna send you a twist on this one, right? Because this is one of my favorite artists who never really could make it because of circumstance. But Why Do Fools Fall in Love? The Frankie Lyman story.
Oh man,
I love Frankie Lyman. The last one, once again, is another artist who I fell in love with at like the age of 4. Right, my mom used to play her, and I was in love with her. To this day, I'm still in love with her. It's What's Love Got to Do with It? The Tina Turner and Ike Turner story.
That's a great movie. Great.
Yes,
that's my classic. Yes,
okay.
Sir. Yes, indeed.
Let's do what's up with your albums?
Okay, music. Okay, first I'm a huge Devin fan. Me and E, I think that's how we really connected, right? Even with meeting up was music, right? So Devin Dude, the Dude album, like you can catch me on the toilet boo-booing. Like that's
Yes.
Classic.
You on mute.
Oh, you meet your joint, son.
Let me see if I
That's
can.
fine.
Was the headphones dying?
Yeah, probably the Bluetooth.
Oh, his
very well.
headphones are.
Yo, so while we waiting, all right. So is Just Trying to Live the number one Devin album in your opinion? Because I'm actually partial to like the second and third joint.
Whew. The dude started it off for me, man. I can't. The dude was just it for me, bro. I'm sorry, man, because it. You know what got me with that album, man? It was relatable. Because at the time I was like 17, 18. All I wanted to do was just do everything Devin did, yo. Just ride around, get girls.
He got a whole song about parking lot pimping, like in a way that's just totally different.
But you understand
out.
what he was talking? The let out, dog. He was yo. When I went to college, I was a let out king. That's all I did was go to let outs, bro. Like we live for the let out, yo, and we live for the let out because of Devin the dude.
Yes.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're back.
Okay. I apologize. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So I had. So what was I? Okay, the Dude album, right? And
right.
My last album was Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z.
Yes.
Yep.
Cannot go wrong with that.
Yep.
Nah.
Yep. Okay. Any pet peeves you want to share?
Say it again.
Any pet peeves you want to share?
So yes, so being a chef, right? I'm huge on smells. I don't like people who stink. But hear me out. You can have a body odor that you've been living with it so long that you don't, because this is the thing. When you're a chef, when I cook, everything I buy, I can, like I told Edie the other day, like I went to, I'm not gonna say the store I went to, but I went to BrosBeerWhiskey, right? And it was cryo packed and sealed. When I got to my car, I'm like, something smells funny. I took it back to the store. I'm like, something smells funny. Like, but I mean, it's sealed. I'm like, yo, open this thing up and let's smell it. As soon as they open up, the meat was spoiled. It's something I have a keen sense to. So smells. If you stink or if you have, yes. Second, I have a problem with. So I do not eat cakes, pies, and sweets. The texture of cake, the texture of pies, I do not like. Those are my two probably major pet peeves, man. I don't. I mean, it being
more
chef,
sweets for me.
I can't do sweets.
Wow.
And that's probably
we got a master baker in the chat, man.
Yeah, seriously.
All
right.
At one point, I was like 400 pounds, right? I was like 420 pounds at one point, right? And it had nothing to do with sweets. So I didn't have diabetes, right? And that's the thing, like when I'm at the doctor, they're like, yo, you 400 pounds. I'm like, well, I don't have diabetes because I don't eat sweets. Shit. I may eat 3 or 4 steaks, but I don't have diabetes. Hey, listen, so shout out to my weight loss, man. I am down 115 pounds in 1 year.
Clap it up for that.
Black man, we got it. You know, we as men in general, not just saying black, we gotta stay alive, man, and especially during this time, man.
Right.
Like health is wealth.
Yeah.
I work out every day, way better, and it's
gotta get it.
You know, just trying to stay alive, man. Just trying
Hell
to stay
yeah.
alive.
All right. Here's the point where
hot takey.
There we go.
You know what? I kept it
He's
like
rich.
this. I kept it like this time, right? In honor of the podcast, you know, the BBW that we have on. I appreciate y'all, you know, So I had to keep it with the drinks, right? And I don't know if y'all can see that right there.
Oh, is that Everclear?
So
Oh no!
This is not even a segment of why I'm gonna tell you this, that, or the third is trash. This right here, right? Let me tell you. The fact of the matter is, in 2021, that this is still illegal to sell in certain states in America should let you know that if you ingest this jet fuel, you will die a slow death. You will not have intestines. Your esophagus will slowly start to burn. Your stomach lining will go, and everything from that is just what it is. Like nobody should drink this. And all shout out to everybody who went to a college, black college,
Right.
and understand that
The jungle juice
in the punch at any party you went to, no matter who
got loose.
This was in there, hands down.
It's the beginning of a bad decision.
Exactly. This was the beginning of the first bad decision that night that you chose to that led to other bad decisions, even from the let out to whatever else happened when you got back to the dorm room. If you was on, that Morgan campus, shout out to C304. You know,
O'Connell gang.
That's what we keep it there. 190. Like, well, why? I guess the question is why.
Because if someone gets hurt at the party, you can use it as an antiseptic.
We would take shots of that shit in the cap. That's how potent it was. We would take the cap, fill the cap out, and take shots of that
was
shit.
terrible, yo. Oh man, it definitely is, yo. Anything you can clean your toilet with, you shouldn't drink.
That's like a simple rule of life right there. You know what I mean?
Oh man!
Shout out to all the alcohol you used to drink before you turned 21. It's like when I became 21 is when I got sophisticated. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, we had to learn, bro. We had to learn. Hey yo, one of the trash ass drinks that people don't talk, Bacardi Limon, yo. Oh,
yo, hey, you should go in on some Bacardi Limon.
Mixing that shit with Sprite.
I used to go, man. We would just drink Corona and then drink Bacardi Limon straight. Like it was crazy, man. It was stupid. So stupid.
Right. As I say, this is like you said. This is the beginning of the probably a lot of stupid things you did that night. As soon as you inject.
Oh yeah.
But
Mike's Hard Lemonade and Bacardi Limon too.
But I guarantee, don't nobody in their right mind got this posted up in a liquor cabinet at the house though.
Not at all.
Not anymore.
Where did it always come from? Like it's kind of like those candies that my grandmother always has in her purse. Like where does the Everclear come from? Because I've never been with anyone that bought the bottle. You know what I mean? Like my parents never had it in the crib, but it always showed up somewhere. Like where does Everclear come from actually?
Yeah, I've never bought it. I never bought it either, bro. I don't know. I've never seen a liquor store that had it, but I never bought it. Like I don't know where it came from, yo.
It just appears like that untrustworthy friend always has it. Right.
The one that always says, "I'll bring the liquor." Nah, you can't bring that no more, dude.
Right.
It's the same bottle brought us like 2 years ago. It's the same Everclear that's in there. Like, nah, we good.
Right.
Yeah. Yo, Everclear, man. My first time having Everclear was at Duke University, bro. And just lo and behold, that was the first night I saw cocaine. Well,
the beginning of a bad decision.
Yo, I didn't do it, but that was my first time seeing it. I was like, yo, people really do that shit? Like I was like, yo, so me and my man, we never saw it before. And so we tapped each other like, he's like, man, I ain't gonna do it, but I just want to see my man do it. Yo, we tapped like, he gonna really do it, dog. He really do it, yo. Yo, shout out to Duke University, man. Cocaine and Everclear.
Gotta be part of their like campus walk around or whatever. They're trying to get recruits. Duke University. We got Cameron Indoor and we got cocaine and Everclear.
Everclear can change their name to Bad Decisions and they still gonna sell that shit, bro.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. All right. So now, this is the part where we talk about shoes, things that we want to cop, things that's getting ready to cop, things in the collection, all that good stuff. But for those who are new to the show, all right, I'm done. I'm absolutely done this time. All right, CB, what we got? This week's copper drop.
Copper drop. So this week it is a little different. This might be the first time we've ever had a pair of Vans on the copper drop segment, but these are dope. Vans is doing this Foot the Bill initiative where they're partnering with these different businesses in some of these major cities. They could be record venue or like record companies. They could be music venues. There's a variety of different stuff, and it's cool because they have one specifically for DC. For people that are familiar with the Black Cat in DC, music venue that's been around for a long time. They're on the Vans Foot the Bill initiative, so they have their own Vans era shoe. Basically all the net proceeds from the sales go straight to the Black Cat. So I think that this is super dope. They've been closed since last March, obviously haven't been able to put any shows on. So they've started doing like some virtual stuff, which I think is really cool. But they're $90. Part of the proceeds go to the actual business, and so for me it's already a cop because I bought a pair. But this is what I thought it was a good cause that we should be highlighting, especially since the Black Cat is for people that have gone to shows in the DC area. That's probably a venue that you've been to.
Yep, they may have Everclear and cocaine in there too. All right, E, you copping or dropping?
Oh, no, it's a cop for me, man. And I would definitely, if I get these, I'm definitely put them on keeping in the 100.
E Rich.
Yeah, I'm a cop. I'm here to support the cause and can't go wrong with the black and red colorways.
I'm definitely copping. Support your local businesses. Definitely during a tough time like this, and it's dope that they were able to get in on this cause. So yeah, $90 is not bad. And of course, I'm a fan of Vans. I love Vans, so Definitely. Chef Watson.
If I didn't wear a size 15, I would definitely. I can't do it. I would love to, but they would look like a luxury size yacht on my feet. So I'm gonna go drop.
Okay. Superfly.
You know me, man. I'm a supporter of the local brand, so I'm all cop all day.
Got you.
And what's dope about these, for people that are familiar with the Black Cat, they have like this like one particular kind of like cat logo that they use, and it's like all over the shoe. So I mean, it's dope. And like E Rich already said, black and red, you can't get past that color scheme, man. That's dope.
Okay. Patty Cake Piper, don't worry. I'm revamping that anyway. So that's we got more guests since then. So I will definitely spotlight the high heel for sure. For sure. So now is the point when we do the For the Soul. Well, we spotlight the shoes that's in the collection. So since you guys are our guests tonight, you guys have the choice. Do you want to go first or you want to go last? I'll let you guys decide.
I'm gonna go first because I know Phil gonna break out some shit that I don't have. It's gonna be some shit he got from 1985. It'll be some exclusive Jordans. You know what I'm saying? That he got from Jordan.
The 85 Jordans.
Yeah. Jordan signed him and shit. Like, I already know how this works with Phil, bro. Like, I'm not doing it today. So I go first, yo. Get my shit out the way.
Go for it.
So now, paying homage to Penny, man. Got the purple joints. And got the black joints, yo.
The white ones are on sale this week.
Yeah, they not. And then not to mention, I had these already. I didn't get the joints that came out again. I had these are OG joints. So yeah, I had these like for a long time. But yeah, these. Oh, and the classic joints you can't go wrong with, yo. Air Max joints.
Yeah.
Air Max.
Yeah, there you go.
Red.
Yo,
The
clean,
infrared.
just so. Yeah, you could just. It's so clean though. You could just do whatever with these joints, though. Like I'm sorry, you can go all year round with them. Yeah, nothing you can do, though. These perfect. It's borderline perfect shoe, bro.
That's my favorite 90 colorway of all time.
Besides the lime green joints.
Aaron, did you bring shoes?
So I didn't know I was supposed to actually bring shoes.
Okay.
And what I'm about to name, I have actually all the shoes. I didn't know I had to bring them, but my top 3 shoes.
Okay, we can do that.
The Bred Jordan 4s. I love the 4s. I've been a huge fan. That's my favorite Jordan of all time is the 4s, especially the Breds. Right. My second are the foam posit penny 1s, the classic, the 1 cent joints. You can't the blue. I love it. Everything about. I have like 4 pair. I have the OGs from when they first came out until the new ones that came out recently. I have those.
Hey yo, we both sent each other messages when he first got the last years that came out. He's like, yeah, I got him. Like, nigga, me too. Yeah.
And my third pair, which I love, right? It's another foam posit, but it's the Tim Duncan Total Air foam.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, the silver dress.
I have both still in the boxes. The soles are not
Nice.
yellow from the original ones. I never wore.
Nice.
And I'll tell you this. But time out. And I'm going to tell you, I probably have a shoe that's probably worth a lot of money. I have a pair of Kanye's.
Which one?
You got them, Jess?
Which ones? The Louis Vuitton? The Louis Vuitton?
Wild guess. Nope.
You got the
You talking
Louis?
about the Nike joint.
I'm hoping you're talking about the Nike joints.
Yep.
I mean, there's only 3 that got a real release, and then all the other PEs. I feel like PJ Tucker has them, so it's
Yo, nah, that's a scoop.
I have a pair of Kanye's. If you all don't guess it, I won't mention. But they're in a glass box, and I will not touch them because last time I went on it, they were like $10,000.
Right. Yeah.
But that thing,
it doesn't narrow it down. It's still just the 3 colorways.
It's one of the 3 colorways.
That'd be the red ones, right?
Nike joint, yeah. Yo, we already know. It's in that family. Yo, we already know what it is.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like because you got the platinum joints. There's the Red Octobers, and then
the green.
The neon, the green.
Green and red. Yeah. Oh.
It's red. No. It's red.
Oh, the Red October joints.
Red October joint.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's why I always go first because Phil always got shit like this. Why I go first?
You already know.
Yeah, I go first, dog, because I want to follow. Hey, look, I'm not following that shit up, man. Fuck out of here.
That's not even my shoe. That's not even the shoe I'm showing.
Hey, Phil, I had the Red Octobers.
Exactly. No, you one up on me. Those are the ones I wanted.
Listen, never been worn, right?
Oh yeah.
And I guarantee you, whoever sees this podcast, if you feel the need to come take my Red October, right? I welcome you.
Hey, nah. First of all, first of all, he got it. Nah.
I welcome you.
Don't do. Yeah. He got a dog the size of him.
I may not want to do that, but I welcome your opportunity. If you're feeling froggy, let's jump.
There you go.
Yeah, nah.
Hey.
So I'm a West Coast represent all the time, and shout out to the couple of days ago, the 1 year anniversary of losing Kobe. You dig? So
R.I.P.
Mamba, my man.
And I probably showed these shoes before, but there was no way that I wasn't gonna show a Kobe shoe if I'm representing the side and as well as the shirt. So these are the 8s, and I also felt like these was one of the dopest colorways. And this shoe kind of these had a the value behind them was I had tore my Achilles 2 months after he tore his, and these were my shoes to come back in. So these
Classic shit.
the shoes
Classic.
the
Let's
8s.
go.
Gotta have
Yo,
them.
that's a mean colorway too.
Yeah.
First of all,
But you
can
had-
believe it's been a
But
year?
you had no Achilles support at that point. Those shoes don't support your Achilles.
Yes,
I'm
they do.
confused.
Yes, they do. If you look at the back of them, sir, the back of them, it hugs your Achilles so that you don't feel like you're not
Okay.
walking on.
Yeah.
He's done the research.
Because right after that was when he came out with the high tops, and it was just to show
Yep.
the 8 stitches in the back. But those actually hug your Achilles because just that little taper that's back there.
Superfly, you come to play?
Not tonight, man. Not
Okay.
tonight. I'm taking a break this week.
Okay.
He can't be buying LeBrons every week, you know.
Hell no.
I just want to say, give a quick shout out to my man CB, man. Shout out to the shirt back there, BrosBeerWhiskey, my man, love it.
I mean, I was fortunate enough to get to be a guest on season 1, so
There you go.
you know
Yeah.
I'm repping the show, you know, forever. That's how.
Hey,
That's how
look, bro, I'm trying to get it. Yo, as soon as this dumb COVID shit, I can get everybody on the drink. But goddamn, man.
right.
Exactly.
I mean, because we filmed ours, it was like what, towards the end of like 2019.
Yeah.
Yo, like COVID was about to hit. Like that shit was imminent at that point. Like,
Right. We ain't even done. That's the crazy thing about it. That was like November or some shit.
yeah.
We was real out in COVID and didn't even know that shit.
It's like, yeah, let's just get together and, you know, we'll shoot the podcast and shoot the shit. Like, no big deal. So I was hoping I was going to get these last Thursday. So I would have had them for the show last Thursday because now they're more readily available. But because I spend so much money with Adidas, I got early access. So I got these like 2 full weeks before the general release. But these are the new Ultra Boosts.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Ultra Boost 21 or whatever they're calling it. So the way I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but Adidas they basically have a performance version of the Ultra Boost, and now their DNA line is basically taking the Ultra Boost back to like more of the more casual, softer boost, like street feel. But this is more of the like performance model. But what I like about this is they took the actual design back to more like the Ultra Boost 1 and 2, which were my favorite silhouettes. So from a design standpoint, I think these look a lot better than the other Ultra Boosts that have come out the last couple of years. But there's a massive amount of boost on these joints. And I haven't ran in them yet.
I know the drink's comfortable.
Yo, and they got like this new, they basically got like a springboard in here, kind of like how the Nike
Zoom.
0.5% we're doing. So yeah, I haven't taken these out for a run yet, but I will let you know how, like whether I feel like it's springing me forward anymore or not. But these joints are dope. They're made with like 50% recycled materials. And you guys know I'm a fan of the 3 stripes. So whenever a new Ultra Boost comes out, I'm going to get it anyway. So I was happy that I was able to get this a few weeks early and try it out. I had to stunt in the gym because that's the only place right now that I can wear shoes in public, and that's the only way I can flex these days. So
what's the main difference between those and the 20s?
These actually have 6% more boost capsules. So there's actually more boost in here than even in the ones last year. They changed up the cage. So the cage is actually stitched into the upper, which is pretty cool. And then
Nice.
yeah, they're mixing in the recycled materials, which they didn't do last year.
Nice.
Hey, CB, just for you, bro. I had to. Hey, look, these drinks right here, yo, go-to drinks when they clutch though, yo. Samba, son. Yo, these are drinks you just throw in the grocery store, wherever you want to go. Yo, some Sambas real quick, bro.
That's another shoe that make your foot look enormous.
Yeah. If you're over a size 15 or better, though, you can cancel Christmas, bro.
Right.
Phil just copped a pair of Sambas.
I did. I showed him the Jonah Hill song.
Yeah, the Jonah Hill joints. Like, yo, dude, back when I was in elementary school, like, I felt that at recess, the fact that I had Sambas made me faster than every other kid at recess. Like, that's how I felt. That's
Nice.
that's the logic of an 8-year-old. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my my mom, I don't know if she's still watching, but she's been a sneakerhead recently because of everything that Madam Vice President Kamala Harris has been rocking with Chucks. So she hit me a couple weeks ago. Chucks was they were having a release, so I didn't write on this box. This is how the box came. So this is JFG, Joe Fresh Goods.
That's tight.
He's a graffiti artist.
Yo, Joe Fresh Goods, man, they killing it.
Oh, I like those.
Oh, yeah, those are fire.
Oh,
Those
wow.
are funky fresh. I like those.
Yeah, I fuck with those, right?
Joe Fresh Goods had one of the best collabs of 2020.
Yep. Then this is like kind of I wouldn't say patent leather, but it's more of a harder plastic, not patent leather. But yeah, no, and the shoes are identical, so but hey, match that back there. But yeah, I'm in the colorways, and my mom's being a sneakerhead these days. Those came in the mail for me.
That's tight.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, now I secretly want to have a fashion line just so I can have a collab, dog. That's all I secretly want to have a clothes line just to do a collab real quick, bro. That's the only reason I want to do it, yo.
For real, man. Like that would be the sickest move ever. It's like, all right, can retire now.
I CB,
retire,
man,
do a second collab.
Hey, me and CB about to have a clothing line, dog. Let's do it, CB.
Yo, I'm in. Let's get it.
Hey, all right, bet we're gonna do it. Khalil, you with us? What we gonna do, Phil? Let's do it, son.
I'm in. That is my cool.
We gonna do
it. Let's do it.
We about to do it, yeah. Clothing line, we about to do it, son.
Real quick, so again, we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Definitely for spending your Thursday night with us. Plug your social media. Where can we find you guys? Because I think one of y'all gonna get a lot of hits for some fine cuisines coming up.
we know who that is, but I ain't cooking shit.
Except for people in the comments.
There you go. You want to plug your stuff, Aaron? You got Facebook, Instagram, all that?
Yeah, so I definitely Cooking with the Watsons on Instagram. Facebook, you can look me up at Aaron Watson. Like I said, I do, even though I do the soul food, I still do the healthy cooking. So if you want meal plans, I can do meal plans for you. Workout plans, I'm a jack of all trades. So if you're trying to lose weight, still want to eat good, definitely reach out to me. We can make that happen. And 2021 is our year. I know we've been through a lot, man, with everything that's been going on. I just feel like this platform we're in now is really helping heal our community, and we're trying to do bigger and better things, man. And I'm with it. So if you got an idea, I can make your plan happen. Just holler at me.
Absolutely. Where can we find you?
Hey, now, BrosBeerWhiskey, man. IG BrosBeerWhiskey on Facebook, BrosBeerWhiskey on Twitter, and then find my personal drink at r_moneybags, and of course the OT Show one on Instagram and OT Show on Facebook and all that. Hey, look, that's a staple, man.
Y'all live tomorrow, right? Lunchtime?
Yes, lunching with the OT Show live tomorrow, man. And we're not doing noon tomorrow. We got to do it 2 because Grayson on some other shit, but whatever. That's another story.
Late lunch.
But I know, right, man? So check it out tomorrow at 2:00 on Facebook Live, man. OT Show. I didn't even know we had a YouTube. I just found out we had a YouTube, bro. shout out to my co not communicate with, man. We had YouTube. So now we got YouTube, which you need to promote. But yeah, you can check it out on YouTube and on Facebook, man. The OT Show.
There we go.
And we are something else. WRSE podcast. You can do that search. You can do WERSUMTHINELSE. Now on Spotify, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's where the money's gonna come in at. So, just look us up on YouTube, WRSE podcast. And we've once you put the effort in, like I'm saying, it's a slow turnaround, but you definitely get the subscribers, you get the views on YouTube. You just got to put in the work. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys again. 2020 was rough. 2021 will be better for sure. I mean, it can only go up from here, right?
It's up to us to make it that way. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Being creative,
Hey.
manifesting whatever you want to do, taking opportunities to just
I just thank y'all. Yeah, I thank y'all for the platform, man, and just allowing us to be on it. Also, man, I'm proud of everybody, bro, because it's amazing, man, how we can control our own narrative, man. Like that shit is fucking crazy, bro, to me. Yeah. I love it.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. I want to thank everybody for watching too. If you're in the comments and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, WRSE Podcast. All right, we'll see y'all next week back with the Black Business Series. And I'll announce that next couple of days or so. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.